Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Deep Ball, Keenan, Curran, Samuel Akem. We got another solo episode coming to you guys. We don't want to become too guest dependent on Deep Ball.
Facts.
But we did have a guest scheduled for this week. Unfortunately, schedules happen, things happen. So we're going to have to punt that to next week. But we do have some good guests coming up. So please stay tuned in for that.
Sure.
I just want to catch up with you, Keenan. How you been, bro? You've been a little busy.
Man.
I feel like we've been recording, and then, it's just been, peace out.
Been
But
a busy season.
how things been, man?
It's been a busy season of my life, work-wise, also coaching track. Oh, got to shout out my guys. I coach track, just in case you guys didn't know that. I coach football as well, but
Keenan wasn't really a runner, he was a jumper. I would just put
well, I'm actually gonna, dispel that myth because, and Sam will appreciate this.
Right.
I went to state in the 300-meter hurdles.
Okay.
But I just coached a kid, a freshman, who made it to the state in the 110 hurdles.
Ooh.
He's not Sam Akem fast in the 110 hurdles yet.
I wasn't fast, though. I just ran in Oklahoma.
I don't know. I would say your time would probably blow the time out in Army.
Also 1A. It's also 1A.
It's 1A. So coached a kid to make it to hurdles or to state in the hurdles, 110s. Coached a kid to make it to state in the triple jump, and coached a kid to make it to state in the long jump. So all three events that I coach, I got somebody going to state.
Do they have any coaching award? Oh, actually, this is a great topic, Keenan. I'm so glad we're on the topic of high school track. I know you've seen the North Carolina, the situation with the North Carolina high school
ring thing.
The ring. What? Yes. Let me give my thoughts first, and then I want to hear what you guys say. Absolutely insane. I just don't know how you can take a state championship away from some kids off of putting up your hand at the end of a race. Now, I get the rules, and I get he might have been, and I'm gonna look up. Actually, let me hear your thoughts, and I'll look up the video, and then we can talk about it after I look up the video. Let me look up the
for
video
sure.
First.
Yeah, so I kind of feel multiple ways
You're
about
a coach
it because
too, so you'll have a different point of view.
Yeah, and I would say to that level, that was ultra competitive, and my league is ultra competitive, but I think there's kind of one team that dominates, and they're the team down south. We don't say their name, but I don't know that anybody would ever, and we pride ourselves on sportsmanship. Most of the schools in our league are Christian-based schools, right? They're faith-based schools.
All private schools.
Most private schools. There's 2 schools that are not, but they're very far out, so they're kind of small schools. But I will say, so we don't really get any of the show boat stuff, but my feelings on this are rooted in 2 things. Okay. A couple years ago, we had what's the guy's name? The really good sprinter, the one that's the world champion or the Olympic champion, Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
So Noah Lyles, who's fastest man in the world. Well, fastest man in the world, whatever. He was pretty much saying that we need to market track better, right? Because it's this great sport that I think all sports are somewhat rooted in, right? It is general athletics. If you look it up, track is athletics. It was started off as athletics, running, jumping, not throwing, right? All very athletic movements. If you want more marketing and more eyes to the sport, you cannot punish things like this, right?
Yeah.
Because that is the whole reason UFC became such a big deal, is Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor were able to be boisterous and show their personality. And I think you get some of that in football because it's a passionate sport. You get some of it in basketball with some of the ish talking. If you want to grow the sport of track beyond just this small market sport that people don't really tune into except for the Olympics, you kind of got to let things ride. There should be some degree of, I don't want to say showboating, but honorary, right? I think that's a word. Of hey, this is, and I'll look at it.
Gamesmanship.
Yeah. There should be some gamesmanship, a little bit of competitive fire, not just, oh, that
people
kid's fast,
emotion.
This kid's fast.
People like
people
to see,
emotion.
That's why Ocho Cinco is such a big guy, and because he was doing the celebrations before, he was getting fined for celebrating, and he did not care because he knew the fans want to see this. The fans like the theatrics. Yeah. The fans like when you put some effort into a touchdown celebration, and this kid didn't even do that. And
he put his hand up.
He put his hand. Okay, so I got the video. I want to play the video first for the people who may.
Did you have the other one too? Because there was 2 videos. There's one from him with the hurdles, and then there's one from the relay.
Yeah,
because
right.
That's why they got DQ'd.
Yeah, the hurdles was the first. It was the Okay, I do have it. I do have it right here. So I got the hurdle one. So we'll play the hurdle one for when allegedly he got the. And let me play the video and then we'll explain it.
Okay.
Let me play the video and then we'll explain it. Sorry. This is taking. Okay, there we go. I just wasn't doing it right. All right. So this is the video of the kid running track.
Cruising to 36.
He was blazing. He was blazing.
Boy, it was flying.
But, so we'll go back to the beginning of the video. He finishes the 300 hurdles, and he's not even being that boisterous. But that is allegedly what he got the warning for. But the coaches come out and said that he wasn't aware that the kid got a warning, and the kid also, like, the kid was never warned. And this is after the 300 hurdles. So go back a little bit. Yeah. This is when they got the disqualification. He held his hand up, crossing the finish line. Literally, that's all it was. That's all it was.
And if people don't know track, right? Here's the thing, right? I consider myself a decent track athlete. The person that I look to as like one of the best hurdlers that I've ever seen since I was a kid was my cousin. He ran a 37-second 300-meter hurdle, and he was cruising, and he has our school record, right, at Federal Way. That kid just ran in the 36s. He was flying. Second thing, right? They finished in like 3:16, I think, for their 4x4. When I was in high school, we got third place in the state of Washington with a 3:20. Again, they're cruising. Yeah. Like, they're running really fast. Yeah. So for him to be able to express some emotion, I think it's just ridiculous.
He just won and I think they said that would have been 3 straight state championships for them or something crazy. Like, they win a lot. And this kid was like one of the most biggest point scorers for them. He won the 300 hurdles. That's points. They win the 4x4. That's more points. Like, man,
and that's the last event of the day. The
main event. The 4x4 is the main event, Keenan. You know that. Everybody wants to see that race. I ran the 4x4. I won a state championship in track in high school. I was a freshman, so like
still it counts.
Score. It counts though. I was on the team. I got a ring, and I'm a state champ. But we don't win that state championship unless our 4x4 team wins that 4x4. So the 4x4 was the final event of the day, and like we had to finish like top 3 for us to win the state championship, I think it was. And we ended up winning. We got first in it, and we won the state championship. And I just remember feeling the feeling of just like joy, because I didn't win a football state championship in high school, so I don't know that feeling. I played in one and lost. Same. But track was not as
your guys' things.
I would have loved it more if it was football, but the track one was awesome, obviously,
bro.
And I just can't imagine having that taken away, having that being taken. What is that? A football state?
Track state championship,
ring. One? Man,
yeah, I won 2.
How did that feel,
bro? It was great. Like, dude, it was great. I ran a 4x4, and like I think we had already won by that race, but still, anybody that's never ran a 400 competitively, they don't understand the grit that goes into running a 400. It's a sprint.
It's a sprint, a full lap. So, and if you've never run that lap, you have no idea.
You have no clue.
No idea, bro.
So we got to make sports like emotional again or passionate again, right? You can't live in this world where everything is like frowned upon, and that's kind of soft.
I think there should be a limit, though. Like, but do I think
you can't just go right to his teammates? You can't go to like the opposing team and like talk them down, right? But think in college, right? There's so many videos of like a 4x1 in college, and someone gets hawked down, and they kind of give them a glance right at the finish line of like, I caught you. Why can we not express ourselves in high school if they are allowed to have some bit of it in college?
Well, college, you're a little older. I think one thing they're trying to take care of in high school is like people's emotions. They're soft. Younger, so they a little soft, but people are more emotional in high school, and I understand that. But he didn't cross the line. That's my biggest point. Is like he didn't go like wherever the line is at. If there is a line, if you're saying it's a no, what am I trying to say? No, just no, you can't do it at all. I get that, but if there is a limit to how much you can do, he certainly did not pass that limit. I mean,
no, and you would say ridiculous. You'd have to give him I would have. If it's like, hey, you cannot celebrate during a race. I get that, right? Like, you can't celebrate prematurely during a race. Fine. Then that would nullify his first warning.
Absolutely.
Because he celebrated after he finished the race.
Absolutely. But I think the state association in North Carolina came out and they said like it's basically a discretion call. So the officials, the track officials have the discretion to deem whether they think something is too much or not enough.
That's wild.
But here's the next point too is like, say the school were to appeal it, because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Everybody I saw online talking about it thought it was ridiculous as well. Mm-hmm. Say they do overturn it. Like, do you even want that? I mean, here's my thing. The second place team.
I want it.
But the second place team, would you want that?
Depends.
We lost fair. You lost fair and
Like
square.
I
Bro.
would not. If I was the second place team, no, I would feel like, wow, that was kind of soft. Like just give them the ring. Like
Right. Like I don't want that. I
it's
don't want a pity
asterisk.
championship.
Yeah, it's the asterisk of like, well, this is the year that team got disqualified,
It's
and
like
all
the
their
way
points
people,
got disqualified.
fair or not, it's like the way people view the Lakers 2020 championship. It's a championship.
Yeah.
It counts. And
It
that
counts.
is in the record books. But
Yeah, because
everybody
everybody
looks at it
played.
like, oh, it's the bubble championship. They won it in the
Yeah.
bubble. You
Yeah.
know? It might not be the same.
But
It's a
that's
little
different because it'd be like if in that bubble championship they were like, oh, LeBron left and he didn't get tested when he came back, and
You're
because
right.
we found this out, we're going to disqualify them, even
The
though
heat
they
of the
won all 4
champions.
games. The heat of the champions.
Mm. Mm.
Would the Heat accept that? The Heat would be like, we lost.
We lost. Like, what are we doing?
You know what I'm saying? Or after they're like, oh, Devin Witherspoon, smoked weed before the Seahawks Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So because we found out
Patriots
after
are
the fact, the Patriots, like that's not.
Nobody wants to. That's the thing. That's my thing about this second place team in North Carolina is like nobody wants to win off an asterisk. Nobody wants to win
except Vince Young with Reggie Bush's Heisman.
He won that fair and square.
No, didn't Reggie win and then they stripped him of it and they gave it to Vince?
No, they never gave it to anybody. Vince won the. I don't even know if Vince won the Heisman. Let me see.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he won the Heisman, but they never gave it to anybody. They just stripped Reggie of it. I know.
I thought they took it from
They
Vince.
didn't retroactively give Reggie's Heisman to anybody. But I'm gonna look it up. Now he won that championship.
He won the championship.
He won the championship. Okay, I'm on the list right now. Let me see. What was that 05?
Yeah.
No, Reggie won it in 05.
And then they took it from him.
They took it from him. They did take it from him.
I don't know if they gave it to Vince.
No, they just took the.
Okay.
And like everybody knows he won the Heisman. They basically just took the trophy from him, And like I guess his right.
Sorry for the shots, Vince Young.
His right, I know, crazy. His right to go to like the Heisman house and stuff, I guess was there.
He's got a big enough house. I don't think he needs to go to the Heisman house.
Yeah, right. He's good. Okay, are we done with this?
Yeah, make track real again. Stop doing soft. Like we got to just with all sports. Like
track was always my thing. My thing with track was always like I was a football player and like
doing
I always needed to get faster. So like in the offseason, I was going to run track. Also, too, like I didn't necessarily want to do the off-season training program and like the conditioning with the football team and all that stuff. So like I would run track.
Actually, it's last comment on this because the same thing, right? Is like we were such a good track school, but it was because we had a lot of good athletes. It wasn't because like we were
football
all
players.
Track. Yeah, and someone said that I saw a tweet that was like, if all the college football players just did track, like track would be so much more competitive.
Oh my gosh,
that's
true for every sport. Soccer,
yes,
baseball,
like, because there's so many pitchers that then play quarterback, whatever. But I saw University of Montana, they had a meet earlier this year, and I was looking at the numbers because I was just like, it popped up on my feed. And I think the winning jump at like the triple jump for Montana was maybe 45 feet or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it made me go back because after my freshman year at Montana, I thought about doing track. Like I really was like, hey, you know what? Like I was really good at triple. And I was really good at triple jump.
Yeah.
And I think I talked to Coach Stitt and I was like, hey, I want to do track. And he was like, as long as it doesn't interfere with what we got going on, like, I think he said that initially. And then we had some people leave the team and I ended up having to play a bigger role in spring ball.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
And he was just like, he was like, hey, actually, no. But I did talk to
Marcus Knight did lacrosse.
Yeah, well, there was a coach. There was a guy.
Coach Renault.
Renault, yes.
Yeah.
I talked to him about it, and he was like, yeah, come on, like, come do it. Dude, my jump in high school, my senior year, before doing weightlifting, before, getting faster, was 3 feet longer than the winning jump this last meet at, like, Montana. And I'm like, dude, I could have, like, I don't know what the record is there. Yeah, but I could have, like, been all Big Sky or something like that in track. Yeah. And I almost, when I was coming out of high school and almost didn't get into the Air Force because of my tattoos.
They don't take guys for tattoos?
Now they do, but before there was a rule that was like it couldn't cover more than 40% of your arm, and like mine was like I just had this tattoo, and they were like, oh, like it's close, you have to get it measured by your recruiter, all these different things. But in that, when there was like some uncertainty, my mom, was a teacher at my school, and she was like, "Hey, I was talking to this gal named Jean Licari, RIP. She's passed now, but she was our pole vault coach, and her husband was a coach at UW. She was like, I was telling her about your situation, and obviously, I know you still want to play football. Like, if you don't get into the Air Force Academy, but she was saying that her husband, once she told her husband about it, he was like, hey." Tell him we got a half scholarship for him at UW if he wants to run track. And so like there was part of me that kind of mold like, oh, do I want to go do track?
Do you think you could have been like an Olympic triple jumper type?
No, absolutely not.
No.
No. I mean, I might have maxed out at like 50 feet.
What's Olympic?
Maybe with good
What's
coaching,
Olympic,
I would have.
60s?
Olympics is like mid 50s. I think it's like 18 meters and like 18.63 meters is the world record, I want to say. And that was that's like 60 feet.
Damn.
But I think
in feet.
I think it's Jonathan
61
Edwards.
feet.
61 feet. Yeah.
Damn.
And then Christian Taylor's like 6'4". Will Clay's got these long, like spider legs.
So all the good ones are like big, tall, lanky guys.
Tall, lengthy, lightweight. So like I was 170. They probably are like 170, but like 6'4".
So they're really skinny.
Really skinny.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not built that way. So
track,
but yeah.
though. I love track. I
love track. Yeah, all kids should do track.
The funny thing about me winning state in the hurdles my senior year, last point, unless you got something else after this, we didn't even have a hurdle coach my senior season, bro.
So just raw talent.
Just what
Maybe
I learned
you could have
from
done
our
track.
previous coach.
Maybe you could have done track at UM.
I don't know, bro, because like I ran a 14.3 to win state.
That's fast, Sam. That's really fast.
It's fast, but
that's
Keenan,
really fast.
Or not Keenan. Who am I trying to say? Gosh, Malik Flowers ran a 13.9 in California and got sixth place.
In the hurdles?
In the hurdles.
He was cruising too.
He was zooming and got sixth place, bro. So like, what do you mean I'm
bro,
you're
you're a second faster than the guy that won our league. A whole second. In the track, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Your league ran a 15?
Yeah, you ran a 15.3, bro. My kid got third place and he ran a 17.
17?
That's what I'm saying. Yo. Yes. When they talk about my numbers, like what our head coach talked about, like, oh, this is what Keenan ran in high school in the 300s and in the,
God, huh?
They're like, you did what? And I was like, guys, I wasn't even that fast. I wasn't that fast. And they're like, you ran a 38 in the 300 meter hurdles? They're like, what? We ran a 45. We're running a 45. I'm like,
yo, the 400 record is a 45, my brother.
I would have broken every record. I would have broke their long jump record, their triple jump record, their 300 meter hurdle record, their 110 hurdle record at the school that I coached.
That's just the difference, though. Like that's when you see the difference. Sometimes because like sometimes like in Oklahoma, because do they do the meet of champions in Washington? Where like
they do Porter duel. So like all the kids that win championship in Washington, they go against the kid. Yeah, they go against the kids that they like enter all the champions.
2A, 3A, 4A champion all
go against Oregon. Yeah. It's called Border Duel.
Oh, the Border Duel. Okay, we call it the.
But it's like meet of champions. Yeah.
So we do every classification. If you won your race, I didn't even hear about the meet of champions when I won my 110 hurdles because I didn't know when or where it was happening.
They blocked you out.
I would have loved going. Maybe they looked at my time and was like,
he's too fast.
Even our time at my high school was like a 13.8, 13.9. Our record, our high school record.
But it is a lot warmer in Oklahoma and in
absolutely,
except for your guys, it's like you have rainstorms.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot warmer during track season. We had one meet where it was raining sideways and like kids were scratching their events. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Montana and Montana Knife Company signed a deal this offseason, an 8-year partnership to make Montana Knife Company the field sponsor for the University of Montana. They actually just posted today. They put the new turf down and they got the logo on the field. What are your thoughts about that? Nice. We talked about this in the past about this could be a potential
Montana Knife Company.
Yeah.
I wonder if they use the Montana knives to rip up the field.
Come on, bro.
Right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But it is funny that we talked about it and it's like you wonder what is that money going to go to? Obviously, they went and they paid the turf.
I want to know
how much did it cost? Yeah. We thought the turf was relatively new, but like 10 years, I guess it's ready to get replaced. Yeah. But how much money was it, and where is that money going to go for the university?
NIL, bro. That's the thing is like you got to think Montana is opted into revenue sharing. So now, and I said this on Akem's analysis, you have to find new ways to get that money into the athletic department. Like you have a higher spending need now. So you need more ways to generate revenue. That's why the field sponsorship is going to be big. That's why the jersey sponsorship is going to be big. And all that money, to me, in my opinion, is probably most likely going to go towards jerseys and going to go towards NIL and revenue sharing.
You know what a good like commercial would be for Montana Knife Company? I don't know the guy's name. I need to look it up because I may need to classify this idea. Yeah,
Josh Smith.
I'm gonna email Josh Smith right after this before we go live, and they need to maybe branch into like razors, making razors like shavers, right? But here's why. Okay, a lot of people in Montana they use razors
right now.
No, but hear me out. Okay. You make knives.
Yeah.
It'd be a quick little disposable razors that you could sell, right? Little add-on, and it's cheap. Do it with the scraps of the knives that you're, forging. They're probably forging knives, so I don't know if it could work, but I'm sure you have scrap metal that you could make razors with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say this is because one of the people, if you're going to pair with Montana, make a commercial, pay Eli an undisclosed amount of money, and have him shave his mustache with one of the Montana knife razors.
They could make like a straight razor.
A straight razor. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like a straight razor and like have him shave his mustache.
People in Montana don't use straight razors though.
But they could. Barbers do. And barbers throw them away every single time they use one, right? Because you can't use a straight razor on a client twice. Like
you can't?
You have to you use
those?
it.
I'm talking about the ones that like fold up. You've never seen those?
Yes, yeah, but inside of that is a little razor. So you flip the razor open, but that's just the housing. The straight razor thing is just the housing, right? The thing that opens like this, a switchblade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a switch.
Inside of that is a razor that comes in a little wrapped package.
I think they have both. Like one you can replace and one that's like reusable. But I know.
But a lot of barbers, my barber uses like one that he takes out of a package every time, puts it in there. Throws it away
because he's like, "Hey, barber that often no more."
I can tell. You don't have to, right? But yeah, be a good source of revenue for them off their scrap metal, and they could have Eli.
Yeah,
Justin Lampson's got a clean shave. They could have him like a Gillette commercial.
Look at you talking about the Bobcats.
I'm just saying, like, you want to. Montana Knife Company does not want to. They don't want to remove anybody from there.
The biggest thing about them, and I think the reason that they partnered with Montana instead of Montana State, and I don't think they will partner with Montana State, is because
in Missoula.
They're in Frenchtown, so they're in Missoula County. They're right down the street. They're literally we drive. It's across the highway from where I'm at. So
yeah,
not to give away.
So hey, could be good little revenue stream for them, Josh.
Okay. One more Montana news, and this is just hot off the press. Kent Haslam tells MTM Sports that he wants a long-term deal for Bobby Kennedy by June 30th. What are your thoughts about this?
I think I'm not going to say premature because, like, I think the main thing that they were missing was recruiting the state of Montana. I think that, like, with Bobby Houck, they were like, you don't recruit the state of Montana very well. Like, you're not getting the best guys here, where, like, that's completely flipped, right?
Yeah.
Obviously he's thought very well of, or like some of our best players would have entered the portal, right? Like you think of our big three, and probably big four with Kiali'i, with Eli, with Brooks, and then I would throw in Peyton Wing,
absolutely.
Right? None of them entered the portal when it's like they had every opportunity to, right? In a time where that's like all of the attention is on your cross state rival.
Mm-hmm.
He got everybody to say. But I think it's a little premature of them to offer him a long-term deal without seeing the product on the field.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. But I love him. I think he's a great like marketer of the program. I think I've heard nothing but good things about him. But I would just say that like I want to see how we play in the fall before this offering a long-term deal to someone.
Yeah, but in my opinion, when you get a new head coach, I feel like you can't properly assess him until he's been on the job for like 3 to 4 years. I know everybody wants to, and I'm kind of with you with that. Like, I want to see what the product, that's my main point about just like making judgments about anything. Yeah, all this offseason stuff is great, but what does the product look like once we get to Saturdays, And so I agree. I think you need to wait until the product on Saturday, but also if you do want to truly give him a true evaluation period, he needs at least 3 years. So I would say give him a 3-year deal or give him 2 more years on his existing deal. to what he has, so that you can, because all this recruiting is great, but he won't even get to develop these guys until they get on the campus. So you need to give him an opportunity to see what he can do with those guys in their first. Now, obviously, they'll only be freshmen and sophomore, but I mean, if you're really doing your job in terms of a development standpoint, in terms of sending your messaging out, like, that is a true judgment. Also, too, like, part of it can be said that, like, the team that he is working off of is Bobby Houck's team. The team that Bobby Houck recruited. What does a team that Bobby Kennedy put together look like? I think that's a fair assessment to give him. But, I don't disagree with this. I like getting it out of the way, because if, say, you don't get it done now, that becomes a big talking point for Kent Haslam at the end of the football season. And that's something he has to constantly address whenever he's in front of the media. Like, oh, what's going on with Bobby Kennedy? Are you going to extend him? Are you not? Like, that maybe even becomes a question with Bobby Kennedy towards the end of the football season.
It becomes a distraction.
It becomes a distraction. If you get it done now, it's not a distraction at all. You don't have to worry about it at all. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why, if you're Ken Haslam, you say, hey, we're going to get this done right now. We're going to get this out of the way, and nobody's going to be able to ask us about it because it's already taken care of.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think there will be people that have mixed feelings on it, right? People are like, oh, well, why are we doing this so, early? And it's like, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Right?
Why not?
Like, why not have a secured future for the next 3 years?
Yep.
So, and you got to think that plays into recruiting.
Yep.
Right?
Coaches,
how many kids?
Think about a player right now. Why would you want to commit to Montana when you have no idea if that coach is going to be there next year?
Yeah. And not to say, I would say that we don't look into, when you're coming to a school, especially as a kid out of high school, you're probably not asking the coach.
Think about that at all.
You weren't thinking, hey, how many years does this guy have on his deal? Right? But
never even
because it was made,
that Stitt might not be there for my whole career.
Right? But because it was such a big deal that this is a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
It's like forefront of everybody's mind, because it's like, oh, this is a 1-year
prove it deal. Guys, so they know how long Bobby had been there, and they know how big. Everybody knows how big this is.
Yeah, and he still got them to commit though, right? Like, I think he's done a really good job with that. So we'll see. Like, I think he could be a really good coach. I think he retained really key pieces of the staff and brought in pieces or players or coaches that are really good. So we'll just see how they perform this year and then go off that. I'd imagine he'll get an extension before the season starts, which gives him some peace of mind, gives the recruit some peace of mind. So I guess we'll see.
We will see. But I think Kent's along the right track. But I think also another talking point that I've heard through the grapevine, this is unconfirmed, but will Mr. Haslam be here? And we don't have to get into that right now, but I think that's kind of percolating around the Montana circles as well. Okay, one more football topic, and then we can get on some NBA playoffs and Drake's album, because I know you want to give your thoughts. You want to give, but 2014 college football playoff bracket is being heavily discussed at the FBS level with the CFP. Yeah. Obviously, they're at 12 right now. They originally, when they left the BCS, they went to 4, and 4 was in for maybe 5, 10. I think it was close to 10 years that 4 was in, and then they went to 12 the last 2 years. And I think 12 has been good. But me and you both are heavily involved in FCS football, and we know what a 2014 playoff could look like. And I think it looked phenomenal at the FBS level. What are your thoughts? There's a lot of a lot of the talking heads, Paul Feinbaum, Josh Pate, a lot of the people who are on TV talking about sports do not agree with this. I am a strong proponent of them doing the 2014 playoff. Where are you at on it?
I think you'd have to figure out the structure of it.
What is that structure in your opinion? So the talking point I think a lot of people are stuck on is like, do you give everybody automatic buys? Like, does every conference get an automatic buy? Some people are talking about it to where they think the SEC, Big Ten should get some automatic bids in. Like, they should get 4 or 5 automatic bids for each of the big conferences. Don't love that. How do they do home playoff games? Do they do away with the championship game? So they do the SEC championship, the Big 12 championship. Do those go away? There's a lot of things.
Do you have how many? Let's see. How many? There's Big 10, ACC,
SEC,
Big 12,
Big 12.
Yeah, and then you have
there's 10. There's 10.
Yeah, so I'm saying of the small conferences, group of 6, right? So the 10. So you have
there's 10 total. So there'd be 10 automatic bids for each conference, or 1 automatic bid for each conference. That'd be 10, and then you do 14 at-larges. I think that's the math you're trying to do in your head right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of then obviously the Big 4 automatically get like a bye. Because I don't think you
the
get
top 8 seed, you have to copy the FCS way of doing it.
yeah. Yeah.
8
Like I
seeds get
think
a
even if you get an auto bid, you don't get a buy.
no. Just because you get an auto bid does not mean you get a bye. It's still based on your
Yeah.
seed. The top 8 seeds get a bye, and I think that's the one thing that a lot of people are stuck on is how do you make, because that's the main talking point for a lot of the big talking heads online is how do you make the regular season matter if you do a 2014 playoff? Because in their opinion, if you do a 2014 playoff, that just gets all the SEC, that just gets everybody who's big in. And nobody cares about the regular season because at 8-4 with my strength of schedule, I know I can still get in. But that's why you have to do. That's why you have to do 10 auto bids, one for each conference. Top 8 seeds get a first round bye. So then if you're playing, that incentivizes you to play and win every game in the regular season because you're playing for a first round bye.
I think you have a stipulation that you can't have more than 3 teams from one league.
Man, RG3 said, I think he said something about that along those lines as well in terms of
I think you can't have more than 3.
He said
at that point
you can't have more than 4 losses is what RG3 said.
Yeah. I mean, I would say 4 losses is a lot, dude. Like 4 losses is like, why are you? I would say
State had
I
4
would rather
losses last year though.
Yeah. The FCS has so much more parity. Like the FCS is a lot more like.
That's the main point for a lot of people too about getting the CUSA or the Sun Belt in.
Yeah.
Like, are they ever going to be able to compete? Or the MAC, Toledo, are they ever going to be able to compete?
You never know. But I would say that like I would rather take a chance on like a 1-loss team that didn't win their conference at the American whatever than like I don't care that they play in the SEC. Yeah, it's great. Is South Carolina probably going to roll this team? Sure. But they won their games and they only lost 1 game. Why am I going to have this 4-loss team?
There's a problem with not letting 4-loss teams in though. Duke went 8-4. Duke went 8-4 or 8-5 or like 9-4 or 8. I think it was 9-4 because they won the ACC and they had 4 losses. Are they not going to get in? The ACC champion is not going to get in. Are we serious?
No, because they're the part of the auto bid. The only qualifier would be like, hey, if you got the auto bid.
Well, yeah, RG3 said he doesn't care. No, regardless if you're a champion.
That's
regardless
ridiculous.
if you're a champion. He said each conference gets an auto bid, but having more than 4 losses doesn't guarantee you a spot in. Or maybe he just said 10 auto bids in general. Either way, I think each conference needs an auto bid, and I don't care what your record is. If you win your conference, if you win your conference, you get that auto bid. I just think you got to go the FCS route, bro.
Yeah. I think it would be actually kind of fun. I think you could do away with some of these BS bowl games that nobody cares about.
Do away with all of them. If you don't make the playoff, your season's over, brother. Think about the FCS. Over. We don't make the playoffs, our season's over, and that's okay.
But they'll never do it because they'll never do away with bowl games because of marketing.
Well, actually, there was a conference commissioner. I talked about this last week. A conference commissioner said, as one group of 6 athletic director put it, the money needs and most likely will be there if we create a group of 6 playoff. Now he's talking about like bowl games as opposed to creating a group of 6 playoff because obviously a lot of people are trying to weed out the group of 6s into the CFP. Group of 6 playoff. Bowl games are nice, fun, but most are just there to break even at best. In an era where we need all the help we can get, we will go to where the money is. And if that's the group of 6 playoff, sign us up. No, I think basically that athletic director is saying, yeah, bowl games are great, but like, unless you're in the CFP anyway, these bowl games aren't making you a lot of money in the first place.
You know what would be cool? 12. So 24-12. How do they? Oh, because of buys. You know what I would want them to do? Because what? 4 teams get a bye?
8 teams get a bye. Top 8 teams get a bye.
But current, yeah. So 8 teams get a bye. Yeah. I would say 4 teams get a bye. Then have the group of 6 do an 8-team playoff, and the 2 final teams in the group of 6 then get advanced to like one of the top 8 teams. Yeah,
you can't do 4 teams with a bye because then what about those other 4 teams? Like there's not. I guess you. I don't think that would work.
So let me see. It would be a 8-team playoff, and then like what is that?
So you're saying there's 2 separate brackets? There's 2 different brackets?
And then the 2 winners of this bracket come over here and they play over here. Yeah. The two top seeds in the group of 6 bracket, because they're only playing 2 games, come over here and they play one of the top 8 seeds or top 4 seeds.
Yeah.
And then you have the 2 people that made it from the SEC, Big Ten, Power 4 bracket.
That's too much ball, bro. That's too much ball.
No, because it's the same amount of ball. It's the same amount of ball because the top 4 seeds right now get a bye.
Top 8 seeds get a bye in the FCS.
No, in the FBS though.
Okay.
So you're only adding because the top 4 teams in the group of 6 would get a bye.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. The top 4 teams would get a bye. 2 teams play. Boom. Then they play. So the only way it would be a really long is if like a team that started as a group of 6 plays, wins, then has to go play, win, and then they play the 4th game for the national championship. But anybody that is not one of the top seeds, because if you are one of the top 4 seeds in the group of 4 bracket, you still got to win 3 games to win the national championship.
It just sounds like too much, bro. I think there's just
you do away with bowl games.
I'm with that. You do away with bowl games. You do away with the championship games. You must win your conference outright. Now, if you're
the FCS, you got to win 4 games to win a national championship.
Exactly. I'm with that.
That's what I think it is.
They need to.
That's how it should be.
They need to. But a lot of people just don't think. They're like, oh yeah, but nobody watches the FCS. Nobody cares about the FCS. Like that doesn't matter. It's
you guys didn't watch the national championship. It was a ball game.
People don't. I mean. I just wanted to get your thoughts. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that I just don't know how people can disagree with it. And I feel like it's just like this narrative pushing that people are doing, that people always do. They want to act like, oh, it's going to de-incentivize the regular season. Well, yeah, because if you just think of it on its face value, if you guys just think of it as always getting in the Big Ten and the SEC only, then yeah, it'll devalue the regular season because all the best teams are going to get in because you guys think the SEC is the best thing since sliced bread. But if you guys
and they weren't even the national champions this year.
Exactly. And they haven't been for the last 3 seasons. So what are we talking
about? And they weren't
about?
even in the Natty this year.
Like, what are we talking about? So if you actually do it to where you're playing, so if you actually do it to where you have 10 for everybody gets a bye, that makes it, or everybody gets a bid, an auto bid. Every conference gets an auto bid. That makes it fair. If you make it to where you play home, that's the other thing is because like one thing I know for sure, they're not going to do away with the Rose Bowl, Keenan.
No.
The Sugar Bowl, the group of 6, the what is it? The New Year's 6. Those aren't going.
They're not going to do. Yeah.
So they are going to have to incorporate those into the playoff. But what you need to do to incentivize the playoff, the 2014 playoff, is every conference winner gets an auto bid. First round buys for top 8 seeds. But then also, here's another thing: home field advantage up until until
your seed is not the highest.
Exactly. You get home field because they're going to have to put those bowl games in as the Rose Bowl and all those things are going to have to be like the final 6 games, whatever those games are.
Yeah, the quarter.
But how do you incentivize people to win? Hey, if you win, you get home field advantage for at least two playoff games, the first and the second round, or the second and third round, or whatever that looks like. But unfortunately, some bowls are going to have to be chopped out. But that's hard too because they already have all these contracts. They have all this stuff like
The national championship is always just the national championship, right? It's not a bowl game anymore.
CFP national championship.
It's not a bowl game though, so it's 1, 2. So your quarters and semis would be bowl games.
The quarters. How many games are played in the quarters? It's 4 games in the quarters. Yeah,
4 games, 2,
18.
Yeah, so you have 6, and then you have 8 in the first round.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. Is like so home field advantage could be the first round, but as a team that gets a seed and a bye, a top 8 seed, we don't play until the second round. So are we only going to get 1 home game? And the teams that don't win, the teams that don't get a first round bye, but are 9 through 24, they get a first round, but they get 2 home games, or I guess they would only get 1.
No, they only get 1.
They only get 1 because then they're traveling. Okay, it could work, bro.
We might have had something there. We might just be cooking. Hold on. Call us for that playoff. Call us. We could sort this thing out because I like my idea of the group of like you want to have.
That's dumb, Keenan.
No, you want to have them play in their own.
I'm sorry.
So you can prove because sometimes those guys. They get thrashed in the first game, and they weren't necessarily the best of that level.
James Madison in Oregon.
You know what I'm saying?
They got thrashed.
Yeah, so it's like you want to, I don't know, you want to have the best team from that group.
Yeah.
But anyways, I know I'm thinking about the little guys.
Yeah, right. I am always too, and nobody cares about the little guys. Okay. Do we want to talk about playoffs, the NBA playoffs first, or do we want to talk about Iceman?
I feel like it's been a very boring NBA playoffs. Actually, I say
why.
that.
Who's your team? First off, who's your team, and why do you say that?
My team is the Lakers, and we lost.
Oh yeah, LeBron. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I will. The caveat. I don't think he goes to Cancun anymore. I think his tax bracket is above Cancun.
LeBron?
Yeah.
He's got his own island, huh?
He's going to like somewhere on the Amalfi Coast, like on a yacht. But I thought the first game in the Thunder Spurs series was a really good game.
Did you watch the second
I didn't watch
game?
the second. I didn't watch the second.
I was gonna say because that's the point I want to make because you know I'm a Thunder fan. Everybody who listens to me.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
The first game was amazing. Cinema. Wemby, I mean, dude, like, bro.
Wemby.
Bro, that dude is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because I'm hyper online. So obviously I see all the talking points, but we lose and, it's great basketball. It was the best basketball game anybody's seen all season. We win game 2, and the only talking point that people want to talk about is the refs and, the flopping. And, like, they got gifted all these calls and all this and that, and this is why the Thunder won. Like, bro, it's ridiculous.
I mean, you will acknowledge that they flopped, though.
Everybody flops.
Okay. But to the extent that the Thunder flop.
You're from Seattle. You're a Thunder hater.
No. I went to some Thunder games when I was out there. I actually am a fan of Shea. But I will acknowledge that, he flops a little bit more than the average player.
But he
embellishes contact.
He does get
That's
fouled.
a nice way to say he flops. Yes. I don't know. I think you don't know. You didn't watch. I didn't watch the whole game. But I think this. I was talking to somebody about this. Is like Stephon Castle had like a bunch of turnovers, right? Like there's a bunch of things
you can point to. In the first 2 games.
I think that when you win game 1 on the road, it allows you to keep your real point guard, De'Aaron Fox, like on the bench away. It allows you to say, hey, you know what? We don't need you to come back this game. You can come back next game and heal some more. And when we're at home.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't put much stock into game 1 because all you want to do in the 7-game series is steal 1.
And they still won. Court advantage.
They stole 1. And now it's like, I don't put much into game 2 because it's like, okay, they stole 1. They were supposed to lose both, and they stole 1. So now we're in San Antonio. They play tomorrow?
They play tonight, brother.
They play tonight? Isn't that a quick turnaround?
6:30 every other night. They're playing every other night for the whole Western Conference Finals.
That's brutal.
That's why injuries are tough. You know, Jalen Williams got hurt, Dylan Harper got hurt, and Fox has still not played. So both Fox and
they're
Harper
pretty close. San Antonio and Oklahoma City are like a 2-hour flight, maybe
8-hour drive. I guess they're flying. Yeah, they're flying.
Yeah, they're not driving. I didn't even drive that drive when I went to San Antonio. I'm not doing
My brother lives in Houston. He's not even driving that.
Yeah. So, but I think that makes a good series. The other side, I'm not really watching that series.
On the East, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's 2-0. Yeah, but like the first game, it was crazy.
Does either team match up with either team on the West?
No. The West champion is going to be the champion.
Yeah. So then it's like, does LeBron leave and go to Cleveland?
The Knicks are going to win. I don't know if he does. I don't know because I guess I heard they were talking about Bron's building a house in LA right now. So like, you know, he's got a lot going on in LA, and LA is like the entertainment capital of the world. Like, why would he want to leave there? You know, he's
just retired. He's just retired.
But bro, he averaged 20 at 41. Like, why would he retire, bro? Like,
because at this point, there's nothing that we haven't seen you do. So people aren't appreciating it.
Yeah, but if you can get like the thing I think that about Bron retiring is I feel like he can still be a contributor on a championship team. And that's the problem he runs into is because you're the best, because you've got the best longevity, like you can still contribute to winning. And that's why I think it's so hard for him to retire.
That's why he's hanging on.
Like, yeah, because it's like, man, I can like if we had a good team, like they can't play defense. And I want to address this point to a lot of Lakers fans. I'm talking to you, Brennan. Mainly Brennan, because me and Brennan go back and forth, and he will point out the fact that you guys didn't have Luka in the second round. Do you understand that the defense that you guys played in the second round would not have been that? Marcus Smart wouldn't have started. Luka would have started. Luka and AR.
So that adds depth off the bench.
Yeah, sure, fair. But
who's the last team that put OKC out the playoffs?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
It was the Mavericks.
With who?
With better defense.
No, but with who?
With better defense and a younger
with who though?
Team.
I'm asking
Caruso,
with who.
We didn't have Hartenstein.
I'm just asking with who. Who was on the Mavericks?
Anyway,
who was on the Mavericks?
Luka.
My point. Luka's the OKC slayer.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
We were 4-0 against the Lakers this year. 4-0. 4-0.
Not when it matters in the playoffs.
4-0. We had an average margin of victory of like 29 points. So what are you talking about?
You guys are on a heater.
And what do you mean not when it matters? We did 4. You guys didn't beat us once. Remember when Braun
last year?
Remember when Braun broke the scoring record?
Who was that against?
Lost. You fucking lost. Damn right.
He wore that dumbass headband. I think I'm overseeing Braun play. I think like at this stage in his career, he actually, as smart as he is and as good of a basketball player is, he doesn't actually play like good basketball.
Yes, he does.
He kind of doesn't. He makes good plays, but he doesn't play good basketball, like cohesive basketball.
Yes,
he does.
He doesn't. Did you see how hard the Lakers fell off when Braun left the floor?
I love Braun, favorite player ever. But what I will say is like every now and then, every like third possession, he just plays a brand of basketball where he just dribbles for majority of the shot clock, and then like maybe he takes a shot, maybe he makes it, maybe he doesn't.
That's because everybody around him is dog shit.
No, they're not.
AR, who else?
Marcus Smart had some games where he was balling. Rui was one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
The fact that he wasn't on the floor in the fourth quarter of Game 4 is absolutely ridiculous.
Bro, like we got good players. We just like
DA.
If you're he's kind of bad, but you're nuclear. Like if LeBron is just dribbling the ball for 17 seconds of the shot clock, like that's not a recipe for success.
Bro, the fact that you just said LeBron isn't good, like he's good.
No. I didn't say he's not good. I just said like at this stage, the type of basketball he's playing, he has gracefully like aged in the NBA and adopted different ways of playing the game, right?
They're gonna find out what drug he was taking in like 20 years, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's how he did it."
No, he's just a freaking nature. But today's basketball is like everybody needs to contribute to win.
Yeah.
Who is the guy that comes off the bench for OKC?
There's a bunch.
Be getting buckets.
Jeremy Kane.
No,
AJ Mitchell. Yeah.
And that only happens is because SGA is willing to like, oh, okay, here's the ball. Go rock.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron is not letting nobody rock.
You let AR rock?
AR and Luka, those are the only two people.
Well, nobody else can really like. You can't just give Marcus the ball and say go rock because he's not that type of player. He's a 3-and-D player. You can't just give Rui's not an off the dribble player either.
No,
Rui's a catch and shoot player. It's like the reason he had to do, and that's what I was trying to say is like not that he has bums around him, but like he doesn't have anybody else on the team that can create like that. Like they need somebody like Braun or AR to create for them. And hey, I'm gonna dish it out to you. I'm gonna drive and penetrate. I'm gonna collapse the defense. I'm gonna kick it out to you. Just make the shot. And that's what Rui did. Man, every time Rui caught that ball, I knew it was going through.
Yeah, he was buckets from the corner. Buckets.
Bro.
I don't know. I mean, I think no matter what, the West is going to win the championship. I think LeBron,
that's what I was going to say about that. Let me make this point. Who won the NBA Cup championship this year?
Was it OKC?
No, we lost in the semis to the Spurs.
The Spurs won?
Who beat them?
I don't know.
The Knicks.
I don't think the Knicks are going to win.
Bro, could you imagine what a New York championship would mean to like basketball? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I just don't think that Jalen Brunson.
If we don't win the championship, I want the Knicks to win the championship.
I don't. I want the Spurs to win. If you guys know.
Do you want them to win?
I like the Spurs, and I like that their head coach is from Seattle.
Mitch Johnson.
O'Day.
Do you want the Spurs to win it more than you want? Like, who would you rather see win it, the Thunder or the Spurs?
This year, the Spurs, because I think it would ignite.
You're a hater.
No.
Here's why. You're a hater.
I'm not. How? You can't like Wemby?
You don't want a team to go back to back? I don't like Wemby. For these 2 weeks, no. I hate Wemby.
Why do I want to see a team go back to back?
Because
what's that do for me?
Since 2018, 2017.
That don't do nothing for me. I didn't like it then. I didn't like the Warriors.
I especially didn't like that. They did it with our player.
Yeah. What?
They did it with our player.
Well, yeah, but you guys, yeah. But the reason I want the Spurs to win is because I think that's a great rivalry for the next like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, it can be a rivalry next year after we win back to back.
No. Don't love it as a rivalry next year.
Bro, you're
love it to start now.
You're a hater. You don't want to see this.
No, I'd love it to start now. I want Wemby to win one as like a vengeance for the fact that he didn't get the MVP.
No.
Yeah.
No. Wait your turn, youngin. You're not there yet. You're not ready.
He's ready.
No.
He's hooping.
No, everybody had to take their lumps. We had to take our lumps. We had to
We
lose
need
to
no.
Luca to get to the
The reason
championship.
the reason I want them to win is because you guys have like 17 draft picks in the next like 4 years. Like you're
Our
not
draft picks
going
are
anywhere.
dwindling. Our draft picks are dwindling, and
You guys have
the second apron is coming. We need to win now, and that's the biggest thing I think about the Thunder is like, bro, we know Wemby's gonna be there for the next 10 years. Can you let us eat real quick? Like, can you let us eat?
no.
Bro, it's about to be freaking over with. It is going to be over with.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like
he's gonna win the defensive player of the year
Bro, he's
and
gonna win it for
like
the next 10 years.
MVP.
He's gonna win it for the next 10 years, bro. Like,
Yeah,
can we
they're
just
gonna
eat right
rename
now?
it
Like,
for
bro,
him.
he is taking. You saw that game one? 41
that
and
was
24,
crazy.
bro.
He was going at Chet's chest.
Bro, hey, I don't know if you've been. Obviously, you saw game one, bro. I am just very, very, very disappointed in Chet Holmgren, bro.
Bro, what do you mean? He's going against the biggest guy that's the most skilled guy to ever play in the NBA.
Don't care. You're 7'1". You're his contemporary. Like,
he's 7'6", ain't he?
7'4". 7'5". Some people say 7'5".
What, like 10 with 10 feet wingspan.
Bro, I don't care.
Bro, what?
You and him.
He's going against the boogeyman.
Wemby was the defensive player of the year. Who was second place in the defensive player of the year voting?
Was it Chet?
It was Chet. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Defense. He was good defensively against everybody else. Nobody's good defensively against Wemby.
Bro, even the other French guy for the Timberwolves did better than Chet's doing right now, bro. Now, he couldn't score. He couldn't. I mean, we know
Rudy
Gobert. We know he can't score. But
Yeah,
even he
terrible
did a better
offense.
job defensively against Wemby. Bro, you let this man drop 40.
You know what?
Did you see the shot chart too?
No.
13 shots in the paint. His only one shot outside of the paint that he made was the three-pointer that he hit.
Yeah.
From like 30 feet, which is also freakish.
You know what? I think Houston needs to go get
Rudy?
No, I think Houston needs to go get Anthony Edwards. How cool would it be for him and KD to play together their KD's final years?
No. I think Minnesota needs to go get Giannis.
Why?
Because
they already have somebody like that.
Who?
J-Mac.
Don't even say Julius Randle?
No, J-Mac.
Jaden, bro, come on, stop.
They already have they already have a wing that is super long, plays good defense. Like, what is Giannis going to add that they don't
super
have?
Long plays defense. We need offense. J-Mac is not bringing.
Bro, Giannis is really only good from like 18 feet and in.
Fuck out of here, bro. Excuse my language, bro. Get the hell out.
He's only good like 18 feet and in, though.
Bro, Giannis.
Like, people have stopped guarding him outside the 3-point line.
You can't stop him from getting into the paint, though. You can't stop him from getting there. And when he gets in there, it's over with. Another reason why Minnesota could benefit off getting Giannis, one of the best defenders against Wemby has been Giannis.
Because he's strong.
Strong. And he's tall. He's like 6'10", 6'11". So, like, not only can he's up there, but he's also like a big body. And offensively, he can make Wemby work. Now, I don't know like how much, Wemby's 7'5", so he's still gonna.
He's from a starving childhood, like, you know what I'm saying.
Giannis?
Yeah, he's from a starving childhood, bro.
He's
yeah,
from
he
Greece,
is.
but like.
Yeah, but like he starved. He needed money, man. He got it out the mud, bro. Giannis does have a little bit of grit to him. That's like, yo, I'm rich now, but I wasn't always.
One thing that I think is going to be a problem for Giannis is like, hey, bro, we not taking Thanasis, bro. Like,
no, he knows that. Thanasis got his bag. That's why he started the podcast.
He started a pod.
Yeah, he started a pod.
He's like, oh yeah, I can see the writing on the wall. Like,
yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, Sonics are getting a team. Maybe Giannis should come to the Sonics.
You guys can get off our back, please. We never wanted you guys.
We need those banners back.
You guys can have. Hey, you can have it all back. We got our own. We got our own Western Conference Championship banners. We got our own We got our own MVPs. We got our own championship. Like, we got our own. We don't need y'all. We don't want any of that. We don't need any of that.
Stop selling Sonics gear.
We don't sell Sonics gear.
Yes, they do. In OKC, they sell Sonics gear in vintage shops. I'm like, how did you guys get this?
Hey, I'm sorry. I mean,
how did you guys even get this? That's my question. Like, how did you even get this?
We still have the licenses to the logos and stuff right now, but I know that in Oklahoma City, they said they would give it all back. They'd give all the history.
I don't even know how they got the Sonics gear to Oklahoma, though. That's what I was so puzzled.
How did this get here? They build their, like, what are you talking about, bro?
How do you get bro? That is not a close drive or a close. How did you get Sonics gear? Where they just start buying? That's a weird. They just were like, let's start selling Sonics gear.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma.
Because
that is so weird.
Unfortunately, I know you don't like to hear this. We bought the team. And they moved the team.
Yeah,
Not
but
even
like for
brought the team, they
vintage
moved the team
shops,
to Oklahoma.
to start selling it,
Amen.
it's kind of weird.
Amen. You're getting your own team, so I'm very happy about that. All my Seattle friends, you guys can get off Clay Bennett's back. Okay, last talking point. We've been going back and forth about this. I'm a dark skin. You're a light skin. You said I was being colorist with you. I apologize for that. But Drake dropped 3 albums. Iceman, I think, is very compliment. I think Iceman is a very good album. I don't want to say very good because I'm not the biggest Drake fan. Iceman was good though. Iceman is good music.
Solid album.
Habibti was not my thing. A lot of my friends said they liked Habibti. I cannot get into it. And then Maid of Honor. I mean, brother, you could have kept that one. I mean, in my opinion, you could have kept that shit, bro. Bro, let's get real. Let's be very, very real. Maid of Honor is not it. What were you?
I actually like it.
And me and my wife talk about this all the time, bro. Like, people in the Pacific Northwest damn near praise Drake, bro. Like, he is everything to you guys. Like,
no,
everything.
Bro. People do not. It's like the LeBron effect. It's like people get tired of consistency, and like since 2009, this guy's been giving us hits.
You're about to rattle them off. Take Care. He started with Take Care in
09. So Far Gone. Right. Okay. I can go to his discography. It was So Far Gone. And then he had, I actually counted, he has 19 albums in the last, 17 years?
That have been charting?
Or 19 projects.
Yeah.
No, they're just like, So Far Gone, Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, If You're Reading This Is Too Late, What a Time to Be Alive.
Man, If You're Reading This Is Too Late was crazy. I was in high school for that one. That one was, because it was leaked. Remember, it got leaked.
And he just dropped it.
Man, yeah, that was What a Time, man. He's got
What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah.
Views, More Life, Scorpion, Care Package, Dark
He's had some good albums, bro. Like,
Certified Lover Boy, Honestly Nevermind, Her Loss, For All the Dogs.
Songs on all those albums that you named.
And so I think, like, when you have set a standard that is so high, it's the LeBron thing. It's like when you set a standard that's so high and you fall under that standard, people naturally are going to be like, oh, he's lost it. But it's like still really good music. So people that reacted immediately within the first 4 hours, like, oh, it's trash.
You haven't
even Joe Budden. So even Joe Budden, right? Joe Budden, when they first listened to it, they were like,
you watch the Joe Budden podcast often?
So it always comes up on my Instagram. So obviously it's in my algorithm.
Yeah.
So I always watch because I think him and Joe Budden have an interesting feud.
Yeah.
Joe Budden's podcast, they're like, the first thing they said when they were listening to the album, they're like, oh, Janice STFU was like one of his first misses. Like, we didn't like that song, right?
Janice was good.
Right? But then literally they came back Monday and they were like, they were like, we slept. Like, we slept on Janice STFU and now it's going to be the number one song in the country, right? Like,
yeah. So
it's just so interesting. And Drake said it in an interview, is like, things take time to really digest, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a Drake fan for sure. I've always been a Drake fan. I remember listening to Views in college, like having a listening party at my house, right? Like, so yeah, I'm a huge Drake fan.
At Montana, you had a Views listening party?
Yeah, at the Bow House. Me, Caleb, Kobe. Who else came over?
Caleb, Kobe,
who else? Reese,
okay. Everybody who lived there. Well, I guess Kobe wasn't living there. Huh?
Kobe didn't live there, and maybe a couple other people came over. But like, we were just like, "Yo, this is a big deal. Like, we're gonna listen to it."
What I said yesterday, I still apologize for that.
No, bro. But you can't lie that when we were in college, like, Drake was the biggest. Anything he released was gonna get plays.
You had a listening party?
Yeah, we just listened. It's like people that like music, you just listen to it and you're like, okay, ooh,
I'm
that's
also
a hard
like, I told you this over text. I'm also like, I'm a beats guy. Like,
so you like Famous Dex.
I don't have the best ear for music. I'll be the first to admit it. Like, I don't have the best ear.
So we wouldn't invite you to a listening party.
Right. But I'm just a beats guy. Like, I don't give a damn about, like, the lyrics matter as so much as the beat is good. Like, if the beat isn't really catching me, I'm not really into what you're saying. I just like good melodies. I like
but
good
you
beats.
Like Kendrick.
I like Kendrick, but I like the beats. I like the beats. You know, and the words matter after I hear a good beat.
I think that Drake did exactly what he needed to do with, like, giving his true fans Iceman. And then I think with Habibti and Maid of Honor, I think those were projects that are designed for a different purpose of like, hey, I know this is going to get plays in the club. Boom, here.
Yeah.
I know that this is going to get
Like
plays
Maid of Honor was
internationally.
like a bunch
Boom.
of like Caribbean like Afro type beat songs and stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that. You
okay,
know,
I'll play this, right?
we're not
Like
monetized, so it doesn't matter if you play it because is that on Maid
that's
of
playing
Honor?
in a club in Miami. Oh, hold on.
What is
It's on
that?
my
Is that Maid of Honor?
it's yeah, it's Maid of Honor. I am a gentleman.
Oh, you love this out. You love all of it, bro.
So like to me, that's like a Miami club album.
Yeah, right. You
And
just love
so
Drake, bro. Is
I
Drake
rock
your
with Drake.
favorite artist? Is Drake your favorite artist?
Yeah, for sure. He's been my favorite artist since probably 2012.
That's why you
Since he
didn't.
came
That's
out
why
with
you couldn't say he lost the rap battle either.
I don't know about that. I just thought that like yeah, he took his lumps.
He took his lumps. He lost. He took an
So
L.
in
It's okay.
2000 this is when I became a Drake fan. Let me see.
That man had a
Is it on So Far Gone? I think it's on So Far Gone actually.
listening party. My wife
Oh,
loves
it's
Drake
not.
too. My wife's she likes. I think her
Let's see.
favorite song is "Do Not Disturb." I think.
Yeah, bro. He's just so on Take Care. This song
Really good.
was the
Headlines.
inception. Yeah,
Yeah, really good.
that was the inception of my
Really, really
love for
good.
Drake.
That was like
I
on
was like,
every.
wow.
Imagine when that song came out. That was like on every highlight, like everything
Yeah,
you saw. Headlines was
2011.
playing, and that was when he was still YMCMB, huh? When he was still with
Yeah.
Young Money. Yeah,
So huge Drake fan, man.
yeah,
Love it.
for sure. I thought
So
Iceman was good. I thought Iceman was
I
good.
bet we'll get at least one song in the stadium this year.
Bro, they don't do that.
They'll play one.
They always play the old. They always they.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard modern music. We played it at practice, but for games, I don't think I've ever heard modern. Like I don't even think I heard not like us. I don't
Yeah,
even
no,
think I
they
heard
didn't.
like us, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I like that.
or like nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have any final thoughts to the
No,
fans?
no. Looking forward to our next guest and the next couple guests that we have. We got some fun stuff planned for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. We will catch you guys next week.